At 6:35, former Philadelphia mob boss Joey Merlino is due in a federal courtroom today.
The feds accuse him of associating with criminals, which is a violation of his probation. Fox 49's Steve Keeley live outside the federal courthouse in Center City with more on this and what might happen in court today, Steve.
Well, that's not going to happen today, that argument. What they're going to argue today is where to have that argument. I know that sounds silly, but that's how the jurisdiction works when it comes to arguing whether the jurisdiction should be here in Philly at this courthouse or down in Florida, where Merlino lives now and where the federal government contends he met with those ex-convicts and felons that he's not supposed to meet with. So not the main issue being decided or even argued here today in Philly. But what is news is that Joey Merlino is back in Philly for the first time since he returned a couple of years ago for his father's funeral. So he's making a life down in Florida right now, wants to open a restaurant and have a legitimate life. And he says he didn't know those felons were in that bar when he went in there himself. So that's going to be the argument eventually, and where they decide to hold this argument is anybody's guess right now, but this will be the first time Joey Merlino was in this federal courthouse since he was convicted of several crimes back here in 2000 and eventually did 14 years in prison. The problem was, once you're out of prison and out of the halfway house, you are under supervised release, which is called parole, and during that 3 years of supervised release, you are ordered not to meet with any bad guys or good fellas, and that's what the federal government says he did just days before his supervised release period was due to end this summer. And strangely, after that's over, Chris and Carrie, you're allowed to meet and talk and fraternize with anybody you want. And so what's what's got him so mad here probably deep inside is that the federal government's going after him for something that was just, they filed their motion just 2 days before that probation period was going to end. So they're really going after him and trying to really get under his skin, probably, his side thinks.
And again, Skinny Joe's been out of prison now for what, 3 years, Steve?
Yeah, and you know what? That supervised release period ended in September, and they filed the motion just before that. So if it wasn't for any of that motion, he'd be free and clear right now under nothing. But that's why he's got to come here now, because they got that motion in just before the deadline.
All right, thanks for sorting it out. We appreciate it. Meantime, how about